right off the screen. This little guy right here stood in front of a 7'4" alien named Victor Wembanyama, and without any signs of fear in his eyes, he just jacked up a long three all the way from Tokyo and just splashed it down over the outstretched arms of the French giant. I mean, before their controversial loss to Team France, no one knew about the 5'8" Japanese guard Yuki Kawamura. But after that game, I'm pretty sure that the entire world was locked in on him. Despite the lack of size, Kawamura compensated for it by having the biggest heart in that match. And right from the opening tip, he let France know, as well as the rest of the Akatsuki Five, that they wouldn't fold that easily. In the very first possession of Japan, Kawamura set the tone early with his kamikaze drive to the hole for the tough finish. Then, moments later, the pocket-sized guard unleashed back-to-back long triples to keep Japan within striking distance.
Who's sitting on the bench getting ready to come in for Gobert.
With France still up by 3, Kawamura uses his blinding quickness to fool Andrew Albasi and 4-time DPOY winner Rudy Gobert, as he escapes with another layup coming off a hesitation. Now in the third quarter, Kawamura switched on his Steph Curry mode once again and drilled 2 consecutive long bombs to take back the lead.
Excellent two-way talent playing in the NBA now. On the bounce, Hawkinson this time. The screen and the three.
However, as soon as the refs noticed that the Japanese were gaining momentum, they did them dirty by ejecting their star, Rui Hachimura, following back-to-back unsportsmanlike fouls called against him. See, Coulibaly drives here in the lane, then Hachimura nudges him a bit. I mean, if the refs called this one a flagrant foul, then how come they turn a blind eye to this play, where a Serbian player clearly shoulder-tackled Kevin Durant out of the picture?
Takes it down low, and he is well defended by White. Oh, and a shoulder barge, Mitsic into Durant.
Now, for the second play, you can see that Gobert was already sealed deep in the paint, and Hachimura just grabbed his arm to prevent an and one. In the NBA, that would have been considered a duty foul, but here at the Olympics, it was more than enough to get a player booted out of the court. I mean, right before he got ejected, Hachimura was sizzling hot with 24 points. Luckily, though, even if their superstar was out, Kawamura was there to fill in his shoes, and he just picked up where he left off in the fourth.
Spins, shoots the three, and it's good! Kawamura drives to the basket!
With clutch baskets right there, Kawamura has put Japan on his tiny back in the absence of Hachimura. Now, sensing that the little guy was about to get unhinged, Wemby was like, I got this. But see, despite Wemby's long limbs, Kawamura was able to get around it using his blurring speed. Then he sucked Gobert in, before dropping a nice dime to Hawkinson for the easy 2. Without question, the momentum was clearly on the side of Japan after that basket, and with a minute left on the clock, Kawamura hit 4 crucial baskets to give them some cushion. But as soon as things began to look good for Japan, the refs entered the picture and screwed them up yet again. Now, I'm not a ref or anything, but I'll just leave you with this picture, and you be the judge if there was really a foul or contact made. Anyway, as we all know, Japan came up short in overtime, but despite the controversial result, the entire world celebrated the efforts of the Japanese, especially Kawamura, who ended the game with a monster stat line. He scored 29 points on 6 of 15 shooting from range, and he also grabbed 7 rebounds and dished out 6 assists. After that intense game, Victor Wembanyama must be trembling on his knees, knowing the fact that they needed the help of the refs just to fend off Kawamura and his crew. I mean, as much as it's surprising to see Wemby getting schooled by a 5'8" guard, this was not the first time that Kawamura slayed a European giant on the global stage. See, in last year's edition of the FIBA World Cup, he flexed his guns against Lauri Markkanen and the rest of Finland. I mean, look at this play right here. Kawamura runs in transition, and with the 7'3" Lauri Markkanen blocking his path to the rim, he just floats one in over his long arms. Then he crosses them up with his shifty handles as he goes up unguarded for the sneaky layup. And throughout the entire game, he's just wrecking havoc from inside and out.
Kawamura will let it fly, and he's got nothing but net. Kawamura underneath the basket will turn and shoot. Kiss off the glass. That one. Enough time to pull the trigger. Togashi keeps it alive. How about the feed down low?
Now, when the game was on the line, Kawamura once again donned his superhero cape to save Japan. And whether he went up against Mark Cannon or not, it didn't matter as much, because he just destroyed them. All the same, by hitting clutch baskets, one after another.
Kawamura shakes again, this time Kanturi. Kawamura, extra touch, Hawkinson. 7 to shoot, Kawamura and company up by 6. He does it, he marked it inside!
Kawamura had 25 points and 9 assists to pull off a stunning upset and give Japan's basketball program its biggest win in an international competition. See, Yuki Kawamura knows no fear whatsoever, and he isn't fazed when he goes up against NBA players. I mean, versus Germany, he literally nutmegs Franz Wagner in this play right here. And then he drops a long bomb on his brother Mo, before splashing another one on Daniel Thay's grill. This Olympics has become Kawamura's playground to show off his skills and leadership on the floor. And in their last game versus Brazil, the diminutive ball of fire took away the spotlight with these dazzling plays.
Kawamura with the switch. Dancing, pull up, and that's good. Gets in with the rebound. The drive, and that's good from Kawamura. Kawamura pulls up from 3, and that's good.
Though Japan bowed out winless in the Paris Olympics, Kawamura shines once again, this time dropping a double-double of 21 points and 10 assists. I mean, with these kinds of numbers, it goes without saying that Yuki Kawamura has captured the attention of the entire world. And there's no question that he's definitely one of the biggest stars that came out in this Olympics. Well, speaking of attention, it looks like Kawamura's effort has paid off, because just recently, the Memphis Grizzlies noticed him after the France game and are about to sign him in an Exhibit 10 contract, which means that Kawamura will attend training camp for a chance to secure a permanent roster in the upcoming season of the NBA. I mean, with Derrick Rose playing on limited minutes and Ja Morant still out with an injury, this could be the golden opportunity for Kawamura to prove to everyone that he can hang with the best players in the world. Now, the biggest challenge for him is, of course, his size. And although there are currently 2 pure-blooded Japanese playing in the NBA right now, which are Yuta Watanabe and Rui Hachimura, I believe there's still a chance for him, even though he's a bit smaller compared to the standard point guard. Because back in the 2004-05 season, the 5'8" Yuta Tabuse was able to join the Summer League and eventually got an opportunity to play for the Phoenix Suns in 4 games. So with this being said, do you think Kawamura can thrive and be successful in the NBA with his size? Well, let me know your thoughts on this by dropping your comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't yet, so you'll be updated when the next video drops. Until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.